Hello everybody, welcome back to the Dragon King Entertainment channel with me, Geeky Bear, and Dragon King Entertainment themselves, the Dragon King King, where we are reviewing Gravity Falls Season 2, Episode 10, Northwest Mansion Mystery, where we actually get a bit more of Pacifica, which is a character that we haven't seen for a while.
Golf Wars.
Yep. Since episode 3, Golf Wars, the Golf War, where we actually get a bit more about her. We actually get to see her progress as a character and actually be good and normal.
You also get to understand why she's kind of like she is. Like,
Yeah.
it's definitely coming from her parents, how she acts like she is.
Definitely.
I mean, and say the literal way of getting her to shut up is ringing a bell. That whole sequence early on does show how the reason why she is basically a snobby bitch. Just put it that way, politely. And obviously, even then later in the episode, after the whole character progression to when it goes to the exact same situation again, you get to see again the parents are the full reason why she acts in the way she does. And obviously that's the whole point of this episode, is their bloodline is basically snobby as hell.
And
liars, cheaters, thieves, you fucking name it, they're it. And obviously they caused this ghost situation to happen, since the people that basically built their mansion was promised a lavish party, and then they got screwed over. The main guy got killed. I mean, but not just him. I mean, a bunch of them got killed before that he got killed. But they put a lot of bodies into making that house, that mansion, and obviously you get to see their snobbiness has caused this curse to manifest 150 years later, and they've known about this for generation after generation, and obviously they've seen that Dipper is an easy target to basically get rid of this, and they use Pacifica to get to him, to lie to him. Obviously she doesn't want to, which shows the progression there. She doesn't really want to lie to get him to do this, but obviously she's forced to again by her parents. Particularly her dad, I'd say. Her mum's a bit, but it's her dad who's definitely the fall.
Did you just say her mum's a bitch?
A bit.
Oh, I was going to say.
I mean, she was a bit of a bitch, just for going, I dress. No.
But yeah, it's like they've trained her like a dog.
Yes. I mean, that one scene early on, when obviously she comes out in the dress, and obviously the mom's pretty much just like, it's not this shade of green, you need to be wearing this shade of green. And she's literally like, but I like this. Obviously, that's her progression there, being like, I want to be me. But then again, obviously, her mom's pretty much just like, turns around to her dad and is like, well, she's just disagreeing with me, and he's like, ding, 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 change the dress. Like that. Just, I agree with the notion of they basically got to train like a lapdog.
Yeah, I mean, she has got the golden retriever hairstyle, so
it's not somehow you should be a way you should be treating your child realistically.
No, I mean, I think loads of parents would like their child to
be that obedient.
What they want with a fucking bell. But,
Netflix, please, Alex.
Come here, Alex. Change the Netflix.
But yeah, so it's interesting. And thing is, what I will say, obviously, when they see that Dipper's the target they need to get rid of this monster, this ghost specifically, obviously they see it in the newspaper that says basically local boy basically it stops it like a vampire bat. I'm just like, hold on, we've got these filler episodes all this point. Why have we not got this as an episode? I mean, that looks amazing. Like, he's like got the police behind him, and he's like fighting trying to grab this bat, like this giant, huge vampire bat. I was like, how the fuck's that not an episode?
But no, we get the Love Guard.
Literally, that could have been last episode, and that could have been a good follow-on.
Yeah, like a two-parter.
Yeah, like it follows on the. Obviously, they see that in the news and like, oh, this just happened last time. Let's get this kid to basically get rid of this ghost. And I say, I love the horror side of this. I really do love it. I think it definitely goes into the, obviously, especially with you lately watching all like these supernatural ghost type movies. It's definitely that sort of vibe at times, like that haunted house type oh, spooky ghost, oh, like it goes through the motions of every sort of
Yeah.
spooky ghost type media.
Yeah.
And I think the only thing that lets me down with this is the B plot. I think
Oh yeah.
I think at this point I've had enough of these basically B plots just being romance with for
Yeah.
Mabel. I know this time they've got the friends involved with the B plot, especially it's more heavily Grenda like that gets the love in the end. But I've just at this point I mean they literally had a whole episode last time about love. I think at
Yeah.
this point I've had enough of these love plots. See, I know they'd had the love side plot in that other ghost one we had, the inconvenience store.
Yeah.
But I don't think that was as forced. It was there. It kind of like pushed it out the way very early. Whereas this, it's heavy. Like you have these really intense moments, and it just drops back for a random love plot, which it means nothing. And it's just like I think for me that is the only letdown in this episode is that B plot. It's just as I say, I've had enough of these love plots right now. But the horror side of it, perfect. Absolutely, I love the hot idea of the guy with the axe in the head. I mean, when you see his first come out the fire and he's just bones and like the skin just develops over him, that was just fucking intense for a kids show.
And like you get all of the headless, well, what's that headless? The bodiless animals on the walls talking,
Bleeding.
them coming to life, bleeding. Yeah, they're coming to life. They're no longer just motionless statues. They are the animals going to kill people. And I think it's quite the circumstances get quite real when people get turned to wood.
Yes.
Especially like when Dipper and Mabel are turned to wood, you're just like, well, is Pacifica actually going to do anything, or is she just going to bow down to her parents?
Yeah, and that scene there itself just shows the character progression throughout this episode.
Yeah.
And not just this episode, obviously, especially the Gulf Wars, when you saw that little character progression as it went along.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's gone into this episode. And as the episode goes along, you see this character progression. But then, as you say, the parents get involved. And it goes back again into basic Pacifica. But that moment, obviously, where she chooses life or death, that just shows her full character progression right there.
Yeah.
Her disobeying her parents, going against their wishes, and saving not just her new friends, but everyone, and obviously annihilating this curse. Obviously, you can still see there's that bit of Pacifica still in there. Obviously, when they're stomping in the mud on the carpet, and she's like, I've got to get someone.
Clean it.
Yeah, you can still see it there because obviously it's not going to be it'd be a bit stupid for an instant change like that. You need something slow. You need something that you see it, but it's not forceful straight away. And obviously you have your moments, but then again, when it comes to it, even though she's having fun, she realizes that I better still go clean this up because they'll flip at me. So she's still Pacifica there, but she's still like a new Pacifica at the same time. She's evolving into a brand new version of Pacifica, which is cool, which is a good thing for a villainous character. Obviously, the enemy character. Obviously, you usually find that in these kind of shows that the enemy type character always slowly, the rival essentially, slowly becomes more of a friend.
Yeah. Agreed.
So it's a fun episode. A lot of horror, a lot of spookiness going on.
I met the B plot. I mean, is there really much that they could have done with the B plot? I mean,
the only thing they could really do is just not have a B plot and just have more of the scary moments instead, like they did with because I mean, realistically, if you look at the one I'm thinking of, is the Halloween one they did, the Summerween, where obviously the B plot was just Grunkle Stan, but it was still there that horror moment there of basically him trying to scare kids. Like, it wasn't anything out of this world, but it was something a bit different to them just going, let's go with another love plot. Like, I feel like they probably could have done anything but another love plot, and I would have been a bit okay with it. I think it's just for the fact that this is like it's got to be like 4th or 5th time now, and not just in like an A plot, like a B plot as well. There's been so many. I mean, this is isn't this like the 3rd time this season? We had the sock one, we had the love doctor, the love god, and we've never had this one.
There was the Zeus and the Real Girl one, which was also a love one.
So I can let that
But
slide because it's
it's not
not
Mabel.
Mabel. Yes, I can let that slide because it's Zeus. We both love Zeus, and it's something a bit
Um,
different. Whereas
there's a bit in the Society of the Blind Eye where Mabel wants to get rid of her summer crushes and that.
so it's a
But
constant reference. Like her character, especially this season, seems to be nothing more than just someone who deals with love. And it's just
yeah,
like, yeah, no, she had that love side in the first series, but she also still had a lot of other sides to her. So it's
yeah,
kind of ignoring all those other sides and just focusing fully on that love side.
yeah. I think after this episode, it starts to become more. Mabel becomes more of a character. There is an episode that we're coming up to which I don't like how to portray her, but yeah. Um, and we've also got like a flip of the switch as well, where it's Dipper uh, flirting instead, which we're also coming up to. But that's for a future episode, not for now.
As I say, I don't mind seeing these other characters going for these love moments, but when it's fully focused on Mabel dealing with love, it's getting to a point there. It's very repetitive.
Yeah,
It's very
absolutely.
repetitive. It's not even the case of they're giving like breaks between. Literally, Mabel dealing with love was the last plot of the last
Yeah,
episode, and now it's her dealing with love again. And it's just like you've done a plot about her dealing. Yeah, it might not have been her in love, but the whole point of it was her trying
yeah.
to make everyone be happy, and love is the only way to go around. And it's just, I don't know. I just get annoyed with this soppy shit sometimes. But other than that, it's a good episode. What are you giving it,
Agreed.
son?
I really want to go through all of my ratings and just give them a new rating so I can have it like 1 to 10 so I can be more specific. But I'm gonna give it like the just above the middle of the road kind of thing that we've been going for from our ratings so far, and I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10. It's a good episode. It's not the best. Like it does fall through with the B plot for me, and it kind of puts me off it. But the rest of the A plot, chef's kiss.
I'm gonna give it a. Ooh, I'm gonna give it 9.4. I'm gonna go two up than you. I
Mm.
agree. The A plot is perfect. I think obviously it's not the B plot story doesn't just let it down. I think it affects its pacing because
Yeah,
you'll have these big intense moments and it'll just cut back to just some soppy crap, and it's just like you've lost that big moment there, and then you go back to it, it's like it's not the same. So I feel like a 9.4 is good. I think if you want to watch a supernatural type, obviously a ghost type one, The Inconvenience Store
yeah.
is probably a better episode to go to, realistically.
Mm.
So I think 9.4 is just about where I kind of want to go with it.
Agreed. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. Check out our other and older episodes. Check out our other series if you're not into Gravity Falls. And come back next time where we review episode 11, Not What He Seems. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, Tom, you got something down your shirt.
Oh! If you like what you've seen, don't be afraid to throw us a little like and subscribe. That's always very appreciated over here. And, well, I'll see you on the next video.